Rim. I'm fighting a giant horse chess piece, the screen is shaking so hard it's making me feel sick, and then everything turns white. I lose all the graphics, and I'm still stood there swinging a giant pair of scissors at something I can't really see. That's Rim, and The Thread of Life, a 3D Metroidvania hack and slash. I picked it up for the look, and the look is the reason to keep going, because it held up the whole way through. You're a ragdoll working your way through a crumbling mansion that belongs to an ivory doll. It plays like a Metroidvania in a small space. You hunt through rooms, double back on yourself, jump over traps, shove objects around so you can climb over the barriers in your way. At some point you pick up pin needles and you throw those to take out eyes that are locking doors shut. I started on keyboard and mouse, and the jumping puzzles were a real struggle. Switching to controller made it a lot better. Your main weapon is a big pair of scissors, and those same pins work as a thrown weapon too. Most of what you fight is chess pieces, and a couple of different types. And then there's a winged gargoyle that shows up. Those you have to fight in the air, double jumping and chaining your attacks together just to stay off the ground. There's a few quick time events stitched into the bigger fights as well. You pick up 2 currencies as you go, cogs and buttons. The only thing I found to spend them on in the demo was a cat lady who sells you fish tokens, and those tokens open chests. Inside the chests are little mini dolls that bump up your abilities. It's a small loop right now, but it feels like the kind of thing that opens up when the full game launches. The look is easily the best part. The characters, the creatures, the mansion, all of it is done really well, and the music and the style back it up. My favourite touch is the health bar. It's lines of thread across the top of the screen. When you heal, Rin re-threads herself, sews herself back together. There's a lot of story too, most of it delivered as text, and I'll be honest, I skimmed most of it. You still get the general idea just by playing through. Here's the problem though, and it's quite a big one. It ran badly for me the whole way through. I was streaming, so maybe that's part of it, but I kept Taskmaster up the whole time and nothing ever spiked when it was struggling. Not the CPU, not the GPU, the drive, none of it. Objects would drop in and out, get replaced with a glowing white blank, the carpet kept disappearing and coming back, and there was a constant stutter that made the precision jumping and the timing on attacks way harder than it needed to be. The worst of it was the horse chess piece I mentioned. The screen kept shaking until it glitched out completely and whited out, and I lost all graphics mid-fight. I don't know if it was a special effect that failed or whatever, the whole thing just gave up. It gave me a bit of motion sickness, and honestly I didn't think I was going to finish the demo because of it, but I did. I played for about 55 minutes and got to the end, which I wasn't expecting, because it finishes on a giant boss you don't actually get to fight. It teases it and then tells you to come back for the full game. I was half relieved because I wasn't convinced I was actually going to be able to beat that thing anyway. I want to see more of it, more levels, more things to fight, because if you're exploring a whole realm you shouldn't spend your whole time just in one person's house. The performance has to come first. My verdict is a maybe, and it's a maybe with that big caveat on how it runs for you. If it runs as badly as it did for me, you're probably not going to have a good time. If it runs clean and you dodge the issue I hit, there's a really good looking hack and slash. It's worth your time. Now I'm keeping my eye on this one rather than writing it off. Check the next video to see if it could be your new favourite game. I play the demos, you play the hits. I'll see you on the next one.